Hey guys, I'm back again, and today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Today we're gonna have a little chit chat, get ready with me, and today I'm gonna use a lot of products of Estee Lauder. I kind of cleaned up, if you will, my whole beauty stash, and I'm looking for items that I actually use and just love. And I kind of want to get rid of items that I don't use or don't love or you name it. And while I was doing that and going through stuff, I noticed I have a lot of Estee Lauder products. I have like foundation, I got blushes, I got eyeshadows, mascara, lipsticks, you name it. And in this video today, I kind of want to, since I didn't really use them a lot, especially I have over here a eyeshadow palette that I never even touched before this video. So I kind of, want to test it out, if you will, at once and see whether or not it works and see whether or not I'm going to keep it in my collection. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to create this look that I have on right now. And yeah, let's just start the video and see what the Estee Lauder items do. Hello, it's the Loch Ness Monster. As you all can see, I am just living my best life right now, okay? I am, the only makeup that I have is one eye, and I don't have any foundation on yet. My hair is, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's a mess. I'm wearing a robe, as you can see. I'm just living out my best life, guys. The reason why I already have one eye, in makeup is because else it would just take too long. I'm filming this at once in one take. I don't shut the camera off and then turn it on again. So it's just gonna take too long. So let's just get started. And the first thing I wanted to start with, what I usually start with, I already, by the way, primed my face. I do have a primer on from Catrice. I don't have every item in here is not going to be from Estee Lauder, but I do have a lot from Estee Lauder. So the first thing I wanted to start with, what I usually start with, is foundation, and I'm going to use this fella, and this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. I am the color 1W2 Sand. That is my color. This is what that fella looks like, and first of all, we're going to shake it. Now, this foundation I have used in the past, and I love it. It is maybe even the best foundation that I own, honestly. And the reason why I say that is this fella, if I put this on, first of all, I look flawless, okay? Second of all, it is so, I don't know, it just is amazing. It wears throughout the night or day and night, whatever, it is that you're gonna do. The downside of this foundation, though, is the fact that it's really, really drying. I myself am a dry skin, and as you can see, I just took the cap off, and it's like an open bottle. That kind of bugs me, because I have to get a little bit of foundation on a little plate right here. I just have to, hold on, I have to do this off camera. Sorry, guys, because I'm going to make a mess here. But I just tap a little bit, come on, a couple of droplets out of there, because I'm not really sure how much I'm actually going to use. And I obviously, it's an expensive foundation and I don't want to waste it. So come on, drop out of there. There we go. Okay, so I do have a little bit of it on my plate. And what I personally like to do, because this foundation is so drying, I like to take an oil, like this one, for example. This is from Lancer, I'm not really sure how to pronounce this. And this one has a little dropper. It works perfectly if your oil has a little dropper in there. See, there we go. And I just put one drop, maybe two. I'll put in two because this is a really dry foundation. I put in 2 drops of this oil in my foundation. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that up. And when I'm done, I'm just gonna apply this foundation to the face like so. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead and apply it, and I'm just gonna go in on my face, I guess. I'm just gonna put it on like this, and then we're gonna obviously blend it in because it's not gonna stay like this. I think maybe I should have used a little bit more. Like I said, this is a really drying foundation, so you kind of want to hurry up with this step. I also have like my, not the original Beauty Blender, but the Real Techniques one. Okay, now I kind of got to hurry up because this one does dry on your face and it will not budge once it dries. So I always start with the chin. I go over my lips, as y'all know. I'm just going to do this with a pencil, really. Like this particular brush, I ordered it online. I'm not really sure what the brand is anymore. But I just put this foundation on like this because putting it on with a sponge is not going to work. It's a very drying foundation and the sponge will just kind of soak up all of the product in there. So it's not really useful, you know, to put this on with a sponge. What I like to do is use this particular brush and then kind of do like the harsh edges, if you will. And once I'm done with that, I'll go in with the Beauty Blender or any kind of sponge that you like to use and then just tap over it. But like I said, I kind of got to hurry up with that because trust me, when this foundation sits, it sits and it does not budge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off this and I'll be right back. Okay, so like I said, now I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and just dab, dab, and dab until it's done. Who says that? I feel like a YouTuber says that, dab, like dab, dab, dab. Who is that? Oh, it's Simply Nailogical. I know who that is. Oh, it's Christine. Yeah, she goes like dab, dab, dab all the time. That's where I got it from. Okay, so as you can see, well, I'm not really sure if you guys can tell from like that angle, but it looks a lot better, I can tell you. So, like I said, first go in with the brush, then go in, like kind of just dab it into your skin with a Beauty Blender or just whatever sponge in general you like. Okay guys, that is pretty much it for the foundation. It is on, and as you guys saw, I didn't put like a big amount. I just put a little bit on the little plate and then added oil. What happens when you add oil for dry skin, you will need oil with this foundation, else your patches will be showing. But if you have oily skin, clearly you do not need oil at all with this foundation. You can just go in. Like I said, dry skin kind of need the oil. But the thing is, what kind of happens when you add oil is it will shear down just a teeny tiny bit. And like I said, on top of that, I didn't put on a lot of foundation to begin with. So, you know, this is just like one thin layer, like a really thinned out layer. Because that little droplet of foundation I use for my entire face. I'm not going to put on more foundation. This foundation is buildable. So you can go ahead and go in with a second layer, and trust me, it is like, it has got you covered, okay? This foundation is definitely full coverage, especially if you put on like a normal amount of foundation. I just put on a little bit lightly. I don't know, I love this foundation. It is expensive. Once again, if there's a sale out there, buy the foundation. Then don't buy it else because it's just too expensive. Okay, so we're gonna move on to concealer, and unfortunately, this concealer is not from Estee Lauder. This is from Clarins, I think, yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because this video is not about this. I'm just gonna put on concealer and I'll be right back with you. I just now realized that maybe somebody actually wants to see this concealer thing. And I'm just like, I'm not going to talk about it. I'll be right back. So you know what? This is going to be like kind of like a get ready with me, I guess. We could like chit chat. This specific concealer is very, very drying as well. And that's kind of the reason why I mix them up together, because they're both kind of a matte formula. This is very light though. I mean, you know what the problem is right now? It's like September, and like the summer vibe and like the summer, what do you call it? Tan that I used to have is slowly going away, but right now I'm in between colors, and oh my God, it is like hell on earth to like match these colors. I just don't match with anything these days, and it kind of sucks. Okay, so now that the concealer is on, I kind of want to hurry up and set it. And I'm gonna just use this translucent powder for that. This is from Effect, and we received this in a box along the way somewhere. It's not the best powder out there. I have Laura Mercier, which would fit definitely better with this look. But right now, I kind of don't want to waste the Laura Mercier powder. I know it sounds maybe a little bit ridiculous, but the reason why I'm putting on foundation and all of this makeup and stuff is just for the sake of this video and a couple of videos that I'm going to film. So I'm not really going to go anywhere today. So I just don't feel like I should use the good stuff that is quite expensive. I know it sounds horrible and I don't mean it like that, but I mean, I think y'all know what I mean. I'm not like a big YouTuber that just doesn't care. I don't know. I care about my money. I care about everything. And I care about my products, and I just don't want to waste them. So, you know, don't attack me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now that I set the under eye area, we're going to go ahead and we're going to powder the entire face. And I'm actually going to use that same powder for that. Yeah, because I didn't really bring another powder. So we're just going to set the entire face with translucent powder, white translucent powder. I know you're not supposed to do that, but like, you know what? Who the hell cares what you do? Like, this is just freaking makeup, people. I mean, if you want to set your face with blush, be my guest, you know? I'm not gonna judge you for that at all. And honestly, there is no such thing as makeup gone wrong or makeup gone bad or bad applying of makeup. Like, no, it's freaking makeup. It's an art, you know. Feel free to apply it any way you feel fit. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and go on with Estee Lauder. We're gonna go ahead and go on with blush. And, oh, okay. As you can see, I never touched this. This is from that suitcase that I got last year that I unpacked. And since last year, I kid you not, I didn't use this. So it's kind of embarrassing. That's kind of why I wanted to do this video, because there are items that I have been using from Estee Lauder and items that I never use. This one I've never used, so we're going to use it today. It comes with like this little brush that nobody really uses, but you know what I'm actually going to do, because I know there are a lot of girls out there, especially the younger girls, that are like, oh my god, it's Estee Lauder. Clearly they can't afford it because they're like 5. No, I'm just kidding, but like they're, you know, 16, 17, 18, still in their teens, and this, it does say Estee Lauder. It's an official Estee Lauder little thing. I'm not really sure that you could even use it, but for the collectors out there, I think I'm gonna throw this in the box as well in the giveaway, because I don't use it anyway. So I have a little blush palette. Oh, this mirror is gonna blind you guys. I have a little blush palette, and the blushes look like this. I'm not really sure if this color right here is supposed to be a highlighter or not, but let's just see. It says Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy Sculpting Blush, a limited edition all over shimmer. Yeah, okay, so this one is definitely supposed to be a highlighter and this is supposed to be a blush. So we're gonna use both of them. Now I have a Real Techniques brush right here, and I'm just gonna dip into it. There is absolutely zero fallout, and I don't see anything on the brush, so I'm not really sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But let's just see what it does. Okay, I swear to God, did it really do anything? Like, really? Can you guys see a difference? Because I can't in the mirror. I'm not really sure if maybe the lights will show. I'm gonna like dig into this right now. Okay, that's a little bit, are you kidding me? Like, really? I don't really see that much of a difference. I do see a lot of zits and a lot of bad spots on my face because, girl, I've been eating chocolate. Okay, I can see a little bit right now, but I really like gotta dig my brush into here. Like, I'm not playing around. I'm like dunking it in. Let's just try this side, shall we? Come on, a little bit on the apples of the cheeks. Nothing is really coming off. Okay, dig into there then. If you don't want to come off that way, Nope, nope, still not a lot. Okay, so far not so good. It's not really like picking up. Maybe, once again, maybe because of these lights on camera, it will pick up, but like in real life, there's not really a lot to see here. I mean, I got better blushes, that's for damn sure. And honestly, I don't know who would pay this much money for a blush that doesn't really show up. So you know what? Okay, that's it for blush. It's kind of there. Not really, but it's kind of there. I don't have bronzer, and honestly, I almost never use bronzer or contour or whatever. Excuse me. And the reason for that is the fact that I'm, you know, I did a DNA test. Let's just start with that. Sorry, this is going to be a long video, by the way. But I did a DNA test, and in that test, I found out that I am 52% Yugoslavian, so Croatian, Bosnian, Serbian, you know, Yugoslavian, and 48% different countries within the Eastern European, I won't say union, there is no union, region, and especially the old Soviet region. I am not Russian. Everybody always thinks I'm Russian. Whenever I go on the streets, people are like, "You're Russian, aren't you?" And I'm like, no, I have zero Russian blood in me. No, I did a DNA test. But I do know I'm from, like the 48% is like Belarus, it's Polish, it's Ukrainian, it's Moldova, it's, what else was in there? A little bit of Bulgaria, Romania, wow, I can't speak today. So it's like that old, like kind of Soviet region. You know, that's, the most part was Ukraine and Belarus, of course. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, by the way, because of my whole ancestry thing, I have really high cheekbones, and like the, what do you call it? The like contours and shadows on my face are already like very visible, let me put it that way. And when I put on like bronzer, I kind of look like an alien, especially if I put bronzer or contour or whatever over here. It kind of like makes that effect, and because of this, because of my ethnicity, it's already there. I kind of don't need that. I could snatch my nose, but I'm just too lazy. Moving on to highlighter. I've been yapping for like, this video is not about that. Okay, so going in with a Real Techniques brush, tap it off, and let's just see what this highlighter, are you kidding me? Like, where is it? Are you guys able to see any highlighter? Because I have lights, and when I do this, I see nothing. Huh. You gotta be kidding me. Come on the nose. Oh, there it is. It's a little, it's like more of a pearlescent shine than it actually is like a blinding shimmer. Let's try a Cupid's bow. I always want to do a Cupid's bow. Come on. Okay, yeah, now it's visible. Okay, so maybe not tap out off the excess. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, I just dunked it in. I'm not gonna tip off the excess to see maybe, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's, I mean, come on, show up. Okay, now we're just like kind of stabbing my face here, but like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like not visible. Once again, maybe when I edit this video, I'm gonna be like, oh hey, the lights do show it, but like in real life, there's nothing there. Huh. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to use this. Yeah. Damn it. Let's just move on, okay? Because now I'm getting kind of irritated. Let's move on to the eye area. And oh boy, do I have a hell of a lot of stuff for the eye area. Let's just start with priming the eye, and today I'm going to prime with this little pencil, and this is the dual brow highlighter from probably Inspiration or whatever, but it's got two sides. It's got the highlighting side, which does not work good as a primer. wait a minute, this wasn't supposed to be a primer. This is a dual brow highlighter. I know this is not supposed to be a primer, but even with the whole eyebrow highlight thing, it just doesn't show up. Okay, so I use this, hold on, I use this side, and this side is actually perfect for priming your eyelids. So I just do a little bit of this and I just distribute that with my finger. I'm not really, you know, happy using my fingers, as y'all know, but in this case, you know, kind of make an exception because it's an amazing primer. I don't use this for the under eyebrow highlight whatsoever. So basically I just do this and just kind of distribute it all over, and that is it. We can go in with eyeshadow. Okay, so before I go in with the eyeshadow, I always first like to do my waterline. And with my waterline, I figured we're gonna use this palette, and it's a very like pink, purpley kind of a tone. So I figured, you know, we're gonna go ahead and use a purple pencil in the waterline. And this one is from LA Colors. It's the Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color blah, blah, blah. Tropical Bliss. So let's just put that in the waterline first. Okay, so that's done, and now I probably look very sick because it's like every like warm tone color you put in your under eye, in your waterline, basically, like purples, reds, pinks, you kind of look sick. But when the look comes together, it'll be good. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna put the Tarteist eye pencil in, what does it say? Well, basically this is the liquid version and this is like the pencil version. The liquid version is done before I used it up, but I still have the pencil version. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm actually gonna go underneath the, how can I put this? Oh my goodness, it just fell out of my hand. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna go ahead and do as close as a line that I can, like, where my actual bottom lashes are. I know it's really hard for me to explain this, but just like as close and as thin as you can get it. It doesn't have to be neat because we will, you know, smudge it out. But just try and get as close to the lashes and the waterline as you possibly can. Okay, so now what you want to do is just take a brush. This happens to be a e.l.f. smudge brush, like a brush like this, you know, like kind of like a thin brush. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and like smudge that black line kind of out. Don't worry, once again, it doesn't have to be like completely neat, because, you know, eyeshadow will come over it, but just, you know, to have a line to work with and like kind of take off the sharp edges. Okay, so now we're actually gonna go ahead and start with this palette. And this palette came in that suitcase as well. This is, once again, from Estee Lauder. This is what that little palette looks like, and I know I'm reflecting and the camera is not really gonna pick up the actual, hold on, colors, maybe if I put it like that. But this palette is called the Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy Sculpting Eyeshadow Palette Night. So this is like a nighttime palette, and it's very, this mirror is driving me crazy, but it's very like pink and purpley toned. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a brush, and this one happens to be the brush that came in the set of this is from Tarte, and it came in the set of the Graveyard Girl Swamp Family, Swamp Queen. I don't know what the palette was called, but her palette with Tarte, this brush came in there, and basically it's this kind of a brush. It's got this kind of a head. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this middle color right here, gun my brush in there, and there's a lot of fallout in this. Tap it up. Ooh, wow, that was powdery. Tap it off, and this color is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's called 03 Provocative Petal 4. I'm not really sure if these shadows actually are in like a different palette, or you can buy them like loose from Estee Lauder. I don't know. But what we're gonna do with that palette, that color, it's basically a transition shade. So we're gonna put it in the crease, and I kind of like to tap it on there, like just like that. You can make a mess because we're gonna blend anyways, and basically put it like almost throughout the entire crease, like kind of this area right here. You kind of don't want to put it in there, but else, you know, just put it in your crease area and basically like the last bit of the eye as well. Once again, this does not have to be neat. We will be blending it out. I like the pigmentation so far. We're gonna take a blending brush, and I got the Milani blending brush that looks like that. And basically what we're gonna do right now is just blend, blend, and blend. Okay, and once you're done with like an hour of blending, because Lord forbid if something isn't blended on YouTube, right? You're gonna take a different brush, and right now I'm just gonna start with like the outer part of the eye, which is a dark purple, and for that I'm using a Lux, it says it's a blender brush, but I wouldn't use this blush for blending. It's from Lux, like Look X. It's got like this kind of a head on it. It's, okay, I'm gonna show you guys the Milani brush. See, like that is an actual blending brush, like this one right here. I wouldn't say that this one right here is an actual blending brush. I just like to use it for eyeshadow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into this color right here. It's the dark purple color. And I really did like gonk my brush in here. And the reason why I did that is because of the fact that I noticed that these palettes are like zero pigmented. I'm not really sure why that is, but it just is. The color is called number 10, Envious Orchid, number 4. So what you're gonna do is basically just tap that onto the outer part of your eye area. And you just kind of slowly bring it up to the crease. Once again, it doesn't have to be, you know, pretty and beautiful because we're gonna blend it anyways. So just put some more on it, because I don't know, I just don't feel like this is so pigmented, because it's not. See, it's very sheer. So I do like to, like I said, kind of gunk my brush in there and just put on a lot, and we're gonna blend. Okay, so now you're gonna take a different brush. I got a Lux brush again, and this is again, basically it's the same brush as this. I got 2. And I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna put it in this really soft pink color right here. And for this specific color, because I know when I worked on this eye, I really have to gunk my brush in there and not, you know, tap off the excess, because it's just not going to be visible. So we're just going to place that on the lid of the eye. And I mean, look at this. This isn't pigmented. Like, what the hell? I can barely see it. It's ridiculous. So, you know, kind of look at this. Look at how hard-handed I am. Oh my God. You guys have to check out the fallout. Look at that. Can you see it? Hold on. Let me just do that. See? Like, look at that fallout. It is ridiculous. And I'm not even gonna tap the excess off, because, well, I kind of just did, didn't I? Because it's just, I don't know, it's just not gonna show up. I don't know what it is with like this eyeshadow, but it is like, I don't know, it just doesn't want to work out with me today, so. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the purple and just go over that a little bit, and then grab the blending brush once again, and we're gonna blend. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take another brush I have from the Boozy Shop, I think this is. I have a crease shader, but I'm not gonna use that for that. I mean, look, guys, you can use a brush for whatever the hell you want, okay? But I'm gonna use this for this inner corner, and for that, we're gonna take this shade, the gray shade right next to the pink. We're gonna gunk our brush in there, and we're gonna place this like in the corner of the eye as like a center, but I'm gonna kind of drag it up into that pink, and just over here, like take it up. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. So place it in the pink and kind of swoop it up. So now we're gonna go back in with this little brush, and we're gonna take that dark purple shade. Oh my goodness, I didn't clean my brush, and I have to gunk it in there in that purple. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of line the lower lash line with that. So from here where we were and just kind of stipple it on. Don't be like afraid to make a mistake. We're gonna clearly fix any mistake. We're gonna blend it out, but for now, you know, just kind of, you want to kind of do that to make sure that there are no harsh edges underneath the eye. And now take your blending brush and just kind of smooth it out. You kind of want to take your finger as well. That's kind of what I like to do for the underneath, like underneath the eye area, and just make a silly face like that, you know, and just do this to smudge it out. Okay, so basically the last step with the eyeshadow, oh my God, I only have 4 minutes. Oh, I gotta hurry up. But the last step you wanna do for your eyeshadow is go into this white color right here and just place that like underneath the brow, like this entire area. I got quite a big area underneath my brow, and I'm just gonna fill that in. Again, this doesn't have to be neat at all. We're gonna blend it out, no worries there. Just kind of go in there like a kid that's like using a coloring book for the first time, and just kind of go in there. Take your blending brush and blend it out. Okay, so now we're done with the eyeshadow, and honestly, I hate this eyeshadow. Like, I'm not gonna use that. Let's just move on to brows. And honestly, I don't really do my brows all that much. I use 3 products usually for my brows. One is an actual brow pencil. This one is clearly very small. This is the blonde one, or like it used to be the lightest one they had in from Essence. And then I use this kind of a thing, like a little spoolie thing. And these are like, you could just throw them away. I just use them once and throw them out. And this is from Essence as well, and this is the lash and brow, I'm sorry, basically a brow gel to keep them in place. Okay, so basically what I do is, I didn't do this brow either, so we're just gonna do both brows, is I take this little pencil and I just start coloring in my brows. I already have, as you can see, naturally thick brows. I don't tweeze them too much, like just in shape, and that is that. But to like accentuate the brows, because for some freaking reason, the entire internet is obsessed with brows. I'm not really sure where this came from, because I've never really cared for my brows all that much. You know, you do like to tweeze them and like keep them in place, but it's never been a necessity where like, oh my God, my brows aren't beautiful. Like, who cares about brows? I don't know. I just don't understand that obsession. And I just like do it like this. Like I said, just a little kid with a little coloring book. That is that. You know, makeup doesn't have to be hard. I know there are like lots of gurus on YouTube, especially. They're like, use this and then you just slowly go in like that. And I'm just like, no, just go in the way you want to go in. And like I said, just like a kid with a freaking coloring book, just go in there. That's what I like to do. I do understand, however, that you want to take your time if you don't have brows or you have really thin brows. Like that I understand, but like at the same time, why'd you shave them off? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand it. I do understand if you have really light hairs and stuff like that. Okay, you know, that kind of happens and you have like, it looks like you have no brows. That I understand. But again, I'm from the whole Mediterranean, Eastern European part. We have hair. We have dark hair, okay? So I take the spoolie and I just kind of like, see, like kind of blur it out what I just did, because I don't want it to be like harsh and be like it looks like a drawn on brows. Like I don't want that. So I just kind of go over it to like kind of smudge it out, like basically blending my brows. And what you want to do if you like maybe don't have enough brows is you don't have to do it like this with the hair. So you can actually go like through your hairs like that from back to front instead of front to back if you want like a more out there kind of a thing. So just go like in a different direction than your brows are growing. Just do that, because you have a spoolie and you can even them out. And if you do that, the pigment will be a little bit more intense because you're actually like reaching the surface instead of the hairs alone. So that's also, see, See how like that is, well, I'm not really sure if the camera's gonna show all that, but the intensity is there. Now I'm gonna smudge that out again because like I said, I don't, you know, want to have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on this side, and I kind of like to watch like the spoolie where I haven't touched anything. Like this part of the spoolie is like clean, and I like to use the clean part of this spoolie and just kind of make them go in place. And now what I like to do before the gel is swoop them up just like this. Like just put them on like straight on your face. It looks horrible. I know you're not gonna leave them like that clearly, but just swoop them up. And then I like to take the gel, and what I like to do is just slowly go over, because I don't want my brows to be like gel-like, but just slowly go over that with the gel and like actually make them go in place, and they will be locked in place. There's not a lot of gel left in here, by the way. I kind of have to swoop it out. So you're gonna do the same with this, kind of slowly touch them, not too much because you don't want to be gel-like. And now my hair got stuck in there, great. And then just slowly go over it. The shiny bits of the gel, you know, once the gel sets and kind of hardens, if you will, that shininess will go away. So no worries there. Okay, let's just move on to a mascara and a liner. And for mascara, I'm actually using from Estee Lauder. I got the smaller one, but I also have the big one. But I'm figuring, like, I'm using a different mascara right now, so I don't want to open it and have it, I don't know, dry out for some reason and have it to be the big one that actually costs a lot of money. So this is the Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara. That's a mouthful, in the color Extreme Black. And this is what that mascara looks like. Basically, this is the same that the big tube looks like, is just a big tube. And the little brush that comes in there, hold on, looks like this. Okay, so now basically I have to, hold on, fix my mirror. So basically what we're gonna do is just gonna put this on your eyes, and I like to use zigzag motions, like extreme zigzag motions, because that way I am sure I am grabbing every single lash. And I mean, can we see this? Like, this clearly is not Tarte. Clearly. It's not really the best mascara out there. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not really sure why you would spend like, I don't know, 30 bucks on this mascara when for even a cheaper price, I think, you could buy Tarte's Camera Lights Lashes. That is the best mascara in the world as far as I'm concerned. Wow, this is just hard to work with. And I remember that when I was doing this eye like half an hour ago. I was doing this eye off camera and I was having so much trouble with this mascara. The only good thing about this mascara, I will say, is the fact that the wand is like that, like bigger here and smaller here, which does give you the opportunity to actually coat every single lash, especially like in that eye corner. That is a very good thing, very positive thing. Let's see what it does for my bottom lashes. I have ridiculously long bottom lashes. I don't know why. I wish my top lashes were like that long, but my bottom lashes, they're super long, and the worst thing is they're actually really curly. So whenever I want to like grab them good, I kind of grab like my eye and my skin underneath there. It's just, yep, like right now. Oh my goodness. Leave it. Nothing is perfect. Oh my goodness. The struggles, real life struggles, man. Okay, so, wow, I'm a drama queen. Okay, so basically, I don't like it. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't. Let's just move on with liner and then go in with mascara another time. My go-to liner, my favorite liner in the world, is from Essence. Ridiculously cheap, but it works. It's the Liquid Ink eyeliner, and I don't like waterproof in general. I just don't like waterproof stuff. Like, I like one waterproof mascara, like, you know, just in case. but I'm not really a big fan of other like waterproof stuff. Okay, I really need to shut up because else I won't be able to line my eyes the way I should. Oh, that moment when you screw up your eyeliner. Now I gotta even it out, and now I'm gonna have panda eyes. Oh, I can do this. Okay, I completely messed up my eyeliner. Shoot. But you know what? I'm not gonna fix it anymore. I'm not even gonna touch it because I'm gonna wind up with panda eyes and I'm just gonna wipe everything off and just cry in a corner, and that's not gonna happen. So we're gonna go in with this mascara one more time because that's kind of the thing I like to do. I like to put on like the first layer of mascara and then put on eyeliner and then do the mascara like on top of my lashes and kind of like grab them and pull them out. I can't really grab them with this wand. I don't know, like this wand, this mascara in general just, I don't know. There is something about it that just does not work for some reason. And right now I'm realizing I put powder on my lashes down here, and that's probably the reason why my eyes are so uneven. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Let's try and do that with this side as well. Yeah, it's not gonna match today. It's just one of these days, you know what I mean? Okay, we're done with that. And now the last step is lipstick. I'm going to use a MAC lipstick for this. I do have two Estee Lauder lipsticks, but it's either a brown color or a red color, and both of them will not fit this. I'm using the MAC Glaze in Per-Vet, and we're just going to see if this is going to match, because honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to use a lip liner because this is a very, like a pretty sheer lipstick, and I'm just going to go ahead and do these thick ass lips. Come. Ooh, I got crusty lips. No. Dang it. And I actually used a lip scrub before this, but still wind up with crusty lips. Shoot. Okay, that's enough lipstick because it's gonna go everywhere. Yeah, it's not a bad lipstick for this look. It's not the best. I will say that, like I'm holding up a mirror, like look, like feeling myself. No, I'm just kidding. But it's not like the best lipstick combo. I could have gone for a different gloss because this has got like more of a blue, purplish kind of like a lilac shimmer in there, when in fact this makeup doesn't. But as far as what I can see in like the viewfinder, it's not that bad. Okay guys, and that is it. Now let me go and put some clothes on and do my hair, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, now I am done. I got my hair done, I put on some clothes, and I went from the Loch Ness Monster to a seemingly decent human being. Okay guys, that was it for my get ready with me. Now the final thoughts, because this video wasn't long enough. We used a lot of Estee Lauder products in here. Let's just start off with the foundation. I love this foundation. I love it so freaking much. The only thing I will say is, once again, it's drying. So, you know, if you have a dry skin, use an oil like I did, you know, and then kind of layer it on. If you're oily, it's perfect for you. However, Estee Lauder, shame on you for not having a lot of colors with this foundation, at least in the store where I bought this. There were like, I think around 10 different colors, and that was it. And it was quite hard to even find my color when every color kind of looked the same. So I also told the lady, like, what, you know, what with our beautiful darker skinned sisters, what about them? I mean, if they want to, you know, try this foundation out. And she looked at me and she was like, I know, I'm the darkest color they have. And I was just looking at her like, you're not that far away from me. Like, you know, a couple of shades darker, but you know, I don't know. I just find that a little bit bad. But I will have her say, the working of the foundation, talking about the foundation as a foundation, nothing more, is amazing. So if you can pick it up, pick it up. Never pay full price on anything. I got mine on sale and I still had to pay 38 euros. So, you know, just heads up there. Moving on to this, and this is the blush and highlighter palette that I received in like that suitcase. No, like, dear Lord, no. I have better highlighters. My mirror's right here, and I am looking to still find the damn highlighter because I can't find it. And the same goes for the blush. The blush, like, it has been on my face for a while. I had really big problems with applying the blush. Let's just get started with that, okay? It wasn't pigmented at all. Then again, I will say I'd rather have that blush isn't pigmented than that it is too pigmented and I put it on my face and I look like a freaking clown. So, okay, you know, that's not bad. It is able to layer on, but I still can't really see a lot of the blush. However, let's face it, you're not supposed to see a lot of the blush. I will say it has been on my skin for a while, and you know what? I actually am starting to like this blush. So I'm actually not going to throw this palette out. I am going to proceed to use the blush. I will not use the highlighter, however, because that highlighter, I'm sorry, but that is just non-existent. So if it's up to me, there are better blushes out there in the freaking drugstore than this palette from Estee Lauder. Once again, I'm not really sure if you can buy this separately because I got it in the suitcase last year. But if you can, just don't, please, just save your money. It is bad on Estee Lauder and it is not freaking worth it. Moving on to a different palette, and this is the eye palette. Like, open up, seriously? Okay, there we go. So this is the eye palette, and we used a lot of shades. I used the, looking at how I can hold this mirror that's not blinding. I used the white one over here, the pink one over here, the gray one over here. I used this one as a transition color. It's like seriously the only matte in here, isn't it? No, it's, oh yeah, the black one is, no, the black one has shimmer. Yeah, this is the only matte in here. And I used this darker purple. So I didn't use the black and I didn't use whatever kind of a color this is. It's not going to match my eyes anyways. I hate this palette, and I can tell you certainly I'm not going to use this palette anymore. There are way better palettes out there. This is a very high-end item. This is Estee Lauder we're talking about, and I got Morphe, and I got like NYX. I got drugstore palettes like that do a way better job than this fella does, okay? So no, this is like a huge in my opinion. Do not, dear Lord, do not spend your money on this. You will regret it. Once again, I don't know if you can buy this, if you buy the shadows separately, or if you can buy this palette. But don't. Estee Lauder, like seriously, why is this for sale? Like, why is this in the suitcase? This is bullshit, and I'm just gonna call them out on that. This is just unacceptable. I don't know, because it is Estee Lauder, I will pass it on to a friend. Maybe they like it, maybe they just want to have it because it's Estee Lauder, but I'm not going to use this like ever again. And there were two palettes in there. This one was the night one, and there was a different one which was kind of like the day palette, which had a lot of blue toned colors to them, and it had a couple of brown tone colors. I have used that one as well. I've tried to use it and I tried to love it, but I just cannot, for the love of me, I cannot. The color scheme isn't that great, especially not on blue greenish eyes. That's not going to work. And then they just, I don't know, there's no pigment in them. I'm not wowed by this particular look that I have on right now. So no, do not waste your money on it. And last but not least, the mascara. It's a fail as well. Honestly, everything has been a fail except for the foundation. I'm just going to be honest. And the reason why is I got the Tarte Camera Lights Lashes. Say that 3 times fast. But I got that mascara, and that mascara is way better and way cheaper than this one is. And honestly, guys, I have mascaras from the drugstore, from like L'Oreal or Maybelline, that work so much better than this mascara. If my sister likes this mascara, I'm gonna pass it on to her, because I don't know. Oh, actually, it's right here. The Tarte mascara is right here, and this one is cheaper than this one, and it works so much better. So, like, no, I'm sorry, no. Honestly, I feel like Estee Lauder should just stick to the damn creams and like the day and night care, like the serums and the eye creams and the oils, because they do such an amazing job. I've spent a fortune on Estee Lauder creams. I literally have, and I love them. I seriously love them. But the makeup part, the only thing that they did good and like I don't know, like amazing, not even good, like freaking amazing, the best foundation ever so far, is foundation. And when it comes to eyeshadow, to blush, to mascara, I don't know, I just want to say, like, cut it out, don't do it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's ridiculously long, sorry about that. It's kind of a get ready with me, if you will. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it till the end, write, what we're gonna write. What are we gonna write? We're gonna write something in the comments, because I need to know if anybody made this to yet. You know what? Write pink, because this looks kind of pink. Write pink down below if you made it to the end. I'm really excited to see if anybody made it so far. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!